Welcome to the first On Location 4 Guys, 1 Mic episode. And Sam sadly couldn't be here today, so instead we're joined by
Marcus.
And
Chris.
And then, as always, Noah Freeman.
Jesse Roper.
Nick James.
Today we're at Witherspoon Hall for our Halloween special. Nick, do you know a little bit about the history of this building?
Of this building, it's the Arkansas Tech's music department building. And the only story I know is about Dr.
Gene Witherspoon?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking at a document, so I'm kind of cheating. It's said to be haunted by several entities, and most of which play the piano in the practice room. There's said to be Indian burial grounds, which I know is a cop-out for most haunted places, an old janitor, and Gene Witherspoon himself. Crazy thing about Gene Witherspoon, when he passed away in 1979, is the visitation for his funeral was in this room. That's what it said at the page. Anyway.
In this very room.
Yeah.
Very warm.
That's kind of creepy, but that's how much he loved his work.
It's really like the old time houses where the parlor basically was in the living room
Well,
of
that
the
was
house.
in the 80s,
Yeah.
79.
Really?
Yeah, so it really wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
40 years.
I mean, he did die
Hopefully
in
we
the
can hear him
70s.
playing the piano over there for us.
Maybe. If we get lucky.
Chris, are you a student at Tech, right?
Yes, I am.
Well, he said to love to help his students out, so maybe he'll play piano and help us out.
I don't like that.
Do we want to talk about the only other time we've been ghost hunting?
So, well, I was going to say, so who here actually believes in ghosts?
3 out of 5?
To an extent. Like,
That's
to
what
an
I
extent.
to an
3.5 out of
extent.
5.
I say it's possible, but personally I don't.
At all?
I feel like one experience can change
Not all.
that though.
I'm about to say, yeah. If
Yeah,
you
one
actually
I
experience,
literally-
if
yeah.
something creepy happens, it might change my opinion.
I literally
Yeah.
did not like believe in them at all until like I really saw an experience.
Yeah.
And I've already shared that on a podcast previous.
Which episode was that?
Couldn't tell you.
9?
Beginning of October, something
9.
like that.
9 was,
Aye, that'll be
I thought
nice.
9 was the one.
Oh,
about
Chris
the
was in that,
politics.
wasn't he?
Was that?
Oh, that was the one that never aired.
Oh.
The Mysterious Ghost Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about ghost hunting the Arlington Hotel in Chicago. Chicago has a rich history. It was, in the 1800s, was a crossroads for most of the major railroads struggling in America, right? And so there's a bunch of old buildings that are almost 200 years old.
Really pretty.
The
yeah.
Arlington is a very ornate, very beautiful hotel, and it's also said to be haunted. So we went there on a band trip.
I don't think it was the Arlington. The Arlington's in Hot Springs.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah.
What was our hotel?
Why didn't you
Was
stop
it
me
a-
sooner?
Because
it-
I was thinking maybe it is an Arlington.
Was it some type of Marriott, but just a really, really old one? Because I remember we found out and we looked at it. Then like one of the first
Yeah.
things that came up was it being haunted.
I can
we were
find
all
it.
freaked out because it was like
It was something
two
like that. It's an old time.
Palmer House.
Palmer House. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
that's
did
what
that
it
so
was.
fast. That's
I just
It
looked
was
up
really-
haunted
it was a
hotel
really
in
cool
Chicago,
hotel.
and it was the first thing that
Yeah,
popped up.
I mean, Ghost Adventures has been there before,
Yeah, I watched that
and
episode before.
we had a few means of hunting ghosts.
Balloons.
The balloons, flashlights, and picture
Mm.
cameras. And for some reason, the GoPro that I'm filming this right now didn't work at all.
Yeah. None of our cameras worked the whole time we filmed.
Which is
But
crazy
they were
because the red
recording.
light- yeah, they were recording, but all the files were corrupted or whatever.
Come on, man.
So that's pretty creepy, man.
Yeah.
This chest mount right here, can they see it? Yeah. It was actually on Sam when the big event happened, right?
What was the big event? I don't remember.
Well, I'll tell you about it.
Is
Y'all
it
can
on-
hear
Because
along,
I was
right?
it
not
the
honestly
employee?
that creeped out.
So no, that was after.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So we walked around, right? And there's a bunch of pictures there, and the more you walk around, the creepier the pictures get. It was about 1 a.m. It was very late, and we didn't really have room checks per se. It was just you had to make sure that you were in the building, and we were walking around. Man, it sounds good in here.
It is like the auditorium,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So we were walking around. Herman was taking pictures of all the photos. I still have them on this blue
Yeah, I still
SD
have
card.
this stuff on my phone too.
Yeah, and they were just so creepy, and everything was blurred slightly for some reason, and it was very scary. and we had flashlights, and we would like turn them halfway on and off. Do we have one of those flashlights?
Right here.
Right here.
Let me tell y'all, this hotel was probably built,
1830s.
yeah, like early 1800s.
I can
And a
and-
flashlight like this, and at random it'll turn on and off just by touching it. And so they say ghosts can manipulate the flashlights and turn them on like that.
And this hotel, like right when you walk, it's just like a creepy vibe.
It
It's,
is.
it's
so
one of those
creepy.
like, it's
Very
kind of like that tannish, orangish
1871.
color.
That's when it was built.
1871.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the oldest in Chicago.
And we also,
It probably is.
in the Ghost Adventures episode, there was a, or was this right before we got there?
No, this was news. Right before we got there was a teacher actually that fell from the 13th story
Yeah, and died.
all the way to the floor,
Like,
down
in the
the
lobby.
stairs.
Like, that was like right before we got there.
Well, here's where it starts to get crazy, guys. So our balloon test, right? There's no wind up there, no wind up there at all, right? Everything's closed. Everybody's asleep. No doors are opening.
Air ducts.
So we go to, well, we get to the 13th. We get to the 13th story, and we go to the stairwell access thing. We get in the stairwell, exactly where she fell off and died. I make sure there's no breeze, whatever. We put the balloon down. And if I had the video, everybody would see this happen. But, of course, the files got corrupted or whatever. And the balloon just sat there for a second. And we started asking it questions, you know. Are you the teacher that died here?
And it moved.
Didn't move.
Eventually, though.
Didn't move. Are you
But
a
it was
woman?
foil in it.
Are you a woman?
Spoiler
Didn't
the
move.
story.
It's like, man, I got to make this more broad. Did you die here? And it jumps off and like goes down the stairs.
And what's even worse is like we put it back. We put it back there and just like left it, kept asking questions, it didn't move. We walked off because someone had said something about the elevators. We came back, the balloon was gone. Like we
Gone.
couldn't find it.
That is true.
And we had no idea what happened to it because like obviously you hear doors open.
Yeah.
None of that happened.
But it was just gone.
yeah,
gone.
like we couldn't find it. Wasn't in a stairwell, nothing.
That's the only real kind of thing I've had to do with ghosts.
And then after that night, we continued to look. And they also have this like giant ballroom because the older hotel, so they would host like conventions and stuff in that.
Huge
And it was
chandelier.
huge. So we wanted to go in there, and all of a sudden this employee
Yeah.
in quotes,
In quotes. That's
stopped
special.
us and was like, "What are y'all guys doing? Y'all causing trouble?" We were like, "Oh no, we're just walking around
She was
checking out
very
the place."
kind. Her name was Skadoosh, and she said she was the.
We're
that
not
was her
joking. That's
name.
the actual name.
That was her name.
Skadoosh.
Yeah, like
the Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. But she said she was the head of the housekeeping department, right? And so we were asking her questions, and she was very happy to tell us about the history of the building. And she was like, yeah, we've had this many presidents and all these people and all these rock stars to come to this ballroom and play in it for a very small crowd. And we asked her if we can go in, and she flips her gourd. Like, she starts getting upset.
Yeah, right away. So, no.
No.
Yeah.
I'm calling security. No.
And we
Right?
scrammed.
And we did scram, but
Me and Sam stayed.
later that evening.
Try to calm her down.
Later, no, it was the
Wouldn't
next
have
day.
nothing.
Right before we left, we asked the manager in the lobby. We were like, "Do you know if a skadoosh works here?" And we like tried all the different pronunciations, but she pronounced it to me like skadoosh, like it was like that. And they were like, "No, I've never heard that name before." Or, what about this? What about that? What about who's the head of the department? It was like Samantha something.
And then we searched it up on their website to see the staff. Her name wasn't there or anything.
Ghost lady.
It might have been a ghost lady, or it might have been a random angry woman
Yeah.
walking around.
I
We
remember
knew her
security.
history.
Security did get called because we got asked about that.
Yeah.
But then we were like,
Yeah, not us.
So like,
But now they know.
because like there was like a giant convention there, Midwest, whatever it was
Yeah.
called,
Yeah.
and like there were so many bands there, so we just blamed it on someone else basically.
Yeah.
But that
Couldn't
was
have been
really
us.
It was
creepy.
fun.
Oh, and who?
Carson.
No, someone else in a different room woke up with bruises.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam woke up with like
Bruises
on
on
his
him.
arm and everything.
And Carson, we left him alone after telling him about the haunted history of the hotel, and he started to like freak out, and he was hearing like noises and stuff.
I will say one
He
thing.
called
That place
us.
when you were alone in the hallways was really scary.
Yeah.
Because it's like a maze in there.
The hotel from The Shining, it's the same kind of effect.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
everything
Looks
is
a lot
confusing.
like that.
There's no similarity between floors. They're all different.
Because they're all built at different times.
Yeah.
That's like the third.
And I remember I went in there with Carson, and we would just be sitting there and we'd hear stuff in the closet.
Okay, let me tell you about the closets,
That's
right?
creepy.
I went to a couple of rooms just to check. Every single closet gave you access to get in between the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a little secret door.
In between the walls. There was enough room to
Cord
walk
line.
around. It was creepy.
I was too
dude.
scared to go in it,
Yeah.
but I knew it was there.
Yeah.
I would not go in there.
It was super
Absolutely
scary.
not. I'm going in. I'm going
You would go in?
I'm going in.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I'm
You
going.
I don't think I could go in.
I'm going. Absolutely.
Because y'all know, like, all the scary. Oh, it's actually, is it The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Where the woman is in the
yeah.
walls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still going in?
Yeah, I'm still going in.
You think so?
I'm gonna take my chances. I'm going
I
in.
don't think I could do it.
Make a pretty good video.
Mm-hmm.
Be pretty funny.
And then you
Strap
hear,
came
this bad
here.
boy to it.
then you hear one noise and it's
All over.
over.
So, do we want to talk about the things we're looking for tonight?
Yes,
Okay, so
we should.
flashlights turning on and off, the sounds of pianos, which we should be able to pick up with this microphone, and we have
need
a
to-
laser grid set up over there. Don't shine it at the camera, dang.
I was getting it so it could turn on easy.
Okay. And we have a laser grid set up where a previous investigator is said to have spotted hot spots on a chair. So hopefully sometime this evening we can catch something.
Basically, what the laser grid does, if we were to stand in front of it, you obviously see the lasers casting over a body. Or
Could you
if-
show it with the body cam? So
Yeah,
they could
you'll
see?
be able to see it, but I'll just
Is it
take,
We'll
we'll
do it
just take
later.
a video.
Okay,
Yeah, and we'll do
okay.
that.
Yeah.
And basically, what it does is, like, say it's not an actual figure, it's just a shadow, which will be cast behind you. So if we see just a shadow and no figure, then it's obviously some sort of entity. If we get that lucky.
That's what we're looking for.
Dr. Witherspoon.
Mr. Gene or Dr. Gene Witherspoon.
So one of the lasers will disappear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
or
should
it'd
be
be
able
a
to see.
couple.
We're gonna turn the lights off.
It'd make out a body.
We're gonna turn that one off too?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, as they say at Ghost Hunters, are you guys ready to go dark?
I mean, I have no choice, so let's go.
All right.
Oh, there it is. We're about to start walking around with the camera to see what we can see.
That's our first out here. Dude, Nick, I'm not trying to be creepy or anything, but like right when I started, like,
Is it recording right now?
yeah, when I was standing over here,
Yeah.
like there was like stuff coming from behind the stage, and I didn't know what it was, so I didn't say anything. But so basically, if we don't see, I don't know if the camera can see this, but basically, if we don't see any lights, then
I don't know.
I kind of want to sit back here with it.
There's a shadow right there, but it's...
What chair was it directly?
What's up?
What chair was it? This one?
Hey, Noah. Is it this chair right here?
No, it's back a couple rows.
But it's on this row. Or this line.
Yeah, it goes up a couple rows.
Okay, I got you. So it's
So let's just sit around it.
right here. Let's chill.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit right here. Should I use a flashlight?
No.
Alright guys, so I don't know if y'all can see.
Right now, we're starting our second EVP session. We're in the area where the thermal imager hit a chair another investigator had,
Which is beside me pretty much.
right beside Nick or me. So, if you guys have any questions, ask away.
Oh,
Try to hear
by the way, for the audience, we have a flashlight set up
Yeah, right here.
right here where it's just completely turned off. Everything. So if that turns on, then as we ask a question,
It's pretty
If
It's
that
answering
turns
a
on,
question.
then even I'm gonna be a little creeped out.
So, anyone here right now, the flashlight behind us, you can play with it and it'll turn on.
Wait, do you want us to?
No, not us.
Oh.
Nick.
This guy.
So dumb.
You're straight terrible.
I thought you meant to prove if it turns on.
Okay, so it's time to start asking questions. You can also see the green dots behind us, and that is the our laser grid. And if any of those get blacked out, and that means we got a shadow, right? So, Marcus, give us a question.
I don't know what question. You give us a question.
How did you die?
Let's start off. Is there anyone with us here today?
Okay, it's better.
Do we have to say it loud?
I mean, they're gonna be around here. Shh.
Is there somebody
It's
out
a
there?
door. Yeah.
Where is it?
No, that was somebody walking.
Yeah, you can hear their shoes squeaking. I
Yeah.
don't think ghost shoes do that.
But as time goes on, there should be less and less people here. So, is there anyone here with us? Jesse.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, if there is anyone here with us, is Dr. Witherspoon here with us? It's said that you always helped your students, and we're kind of lost.
He pulled on my lanyard.
Hmm?
He pulled on my lanyard.
Marcus did? You can't just say
I
that.
hope.
So, here's another scary thing that happened when we were up there. We were sitting down, and I looked behind Marcus, and the curtain was moving.
Hmm.
Yeah. Keep asking questions.
If there is anyone here with us, will you please make yourself known?
You're gonna go dark, right?
We're not here to harm you. We're not here to toy with you. We just want to know
If
if
you're
your
here.
presence is here with us. Feel free to give any of us the chills, touch us even, give us goosebumps, change the temperature in here.
If you're here, walk across the stage,
Please.
please.
Ooh, that's spooky. You can still go touch the flashlight and try to turn it on. Alright, I think it's time to move to a different part.
So we just want to preface this next clip by saying I was completely alone on stage, and Jesse and the rest of the guys were sitting on the crowd all by themselves.
Yeah, really. Like, we really thought we were getting messed with at first
Yeah.
by the next clip. And then we all ran to the door. For like a minute, we were all freaking out. We were like, no way, no way.
Yeah.
And then police officers checked it and said that there's no one there. Because there's just a parking lot outside of it.
And there was
so
no
one's there.
cars, no people.
And
So-
we were freaking out.
So this one's really unexplained.
Yeah.
Is there anybody behind the curtain?
Whoa. I don't know.
Oh, beans. Whoa, whoa.
Bro.
Someone trying to get in the door, bro. That's it. No.
He's gotta be
No.
somebody. No, but that's one of the.
If there's no one at that freaking door,
No, at Carol.
Okay, I got the chills. I got the chills.
Me too.
I witnessed it firsthand. Oh no 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 no. No, 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 no. Look, we chilling. We ghost hunting, right? We ghost hunting, right? We come up here to the piano. There's a piano up there. Next thing you know, the doors just start shaking. Oh, bro, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Yeah, it's by.
I am so scared. There was no one outside them doors.
Alright, so this next clip, it was directly after we did the Doors instance a few minutes ago. I wanted to make sure that the audio picked up the Doors because it was in the crowd. So once again, I was alone on stage, and I was kind of looking through some stuff to make sure that it was there. And I sent the video to my mom, and my mom heard something in it. And what did it sound like?
It sounded like a little girl saying "here," and at the same time, okay, so we were all like gathered around Noah's laptop, like basically like this, like two of us over here, two of us over there,
And
and
nobody was directly behind me.
yeah, and when we saw like, stupid, when we heard "here," the words "here," a little, you'll see it in the video in a second. A little apparition appears.
The top left corner of my laptop.
A little
So
apparition appears in the reflection.
I'll play it a couple times, and I just want everybody to listen and watch for that little apparition because it happens at the same time, and it's so scary. So let's roll the clip. Alright guys, so that's about it for part one. We have so much footage. It turned out way better than we thought it was, and we probably have close to 3 hours worth of footage. Right now, we don't have enough time to get all that processed and stuff before Halloween, so I think that's probably bye for Noah.
Bye from Jesse. Stay tuned for part 2.
Part 2 coming out soon.